Hey guys, John here from Bring the SEO. Today I want to talk about what to do when a prospect says you're too expensive. Let's face it, there's nothing worse than hearing a prospect say, holy shit, that's so expensive, we can't afford that. It makes you feel as though maybe you've gotten something wrong, and it can be quite easy to panic, drop the price, offer a discount, or do something else that's probably really stupid. So what do we do in these situations? I've scribbled together a couple of thoughts just off the top of my head real quick to help you prepare next time you're pitching an SEO client and they tell you that you're too expensive. The first thing that I'll say is that if you're not being told that you're too expensive, you've got a problem. It probably means that you're not charging enough. And this might sound like unusual advice, but if you aren't being told that you're too expensive, at least every so often, then chances are you're not pushing or trying hard enough. Second point here is it doesn't matter what you charge, someone will always tell you that you're too expensive. You can be charging $300 a month and someone will still say, wow, that's so expensive. We can go here and get it for $99 a month. The next point here is that you agree, you understand, and you acknowledge the prospect's concerns, because let's face it, there's a shitload of SEO agencies out there that are selling $500 a month SEO. And if you're on a sales presentation or qualifying call with a prospect and you say, listen, it's $5,000 a month, they're going to be thinking, what the fuck? But you need to explain to them the difference and why you charge premium rates. This really should come down to two things. One, you're a specialist, you've niched down and specialized, and two, you're focused on ROI and not vanity metrics. In other words, being able to clearly demonstrate return on investment for your clients, and I'll come back to that point in just a second. My next point here is comparisons. If you're in a situation where the prospect is saying, but hang on a minute, John, you're saying it's $5,000 a month. I just spoke to someone 15 minutes ago that said they charge $800. What gives? If you find yourself in this situation, it's more than likely that you have a positioning problem. Someone is able to take your agency and your offer and compare it to someone else. There's no difference between the two offers. That's a huge problem. And this is where you need to spend time, crafting your message, creating a compelling offer, knowing exactly what an ideal prospect looks like, defining your niche, and all of these other things that I talk about here on this channel, niching down, productizing, specializing, becoming an expert in your vertical. When you fix your positioning like this, to steal a quote from Alex Hormozi, you'll be able to sell in a category of one, and you won't be able to be compared to anyone else. My next point here, and you may not like this one, but maybe, just maybe, the prospect is actually right. I've seen many SEO consultants throwing out huge numbers. They're offering a shitty service. They're not specialized. Their service offering is really not special in any way. They're reporting against vanity metrics, and what they're throwing at the client is just a ridiculous number. The other thing that will add to that, and I've said this before in a number of my other videos, it's not the price, it's the prospect. If you're trying to sell $5,000 a month SEO to Karen, who sells candles at the weekend markets for $5 a pop, that's never going to work. And of course, if you're pitching your services to someone like her, she's going to say, wow, I can't afford this. This is insane. This is way too expensive. However, if you're pitching the same service offering and price point to a CEO of a $5 million a year company, they're probably going to think, wow, this is a great deal. Okay, my last point here is being able to demonstrate that you're not too expensive. And if you've watched any of my other videos, or perhaps you're already enrolled in the SEO Accelerator program, you'll know that we should be focusing on revenue, not rankings. Okay, so here's a quick run through of how you can clearly demonstrate that you're not too expensive. In fact, this is going to be a really great deal, and it should be a no-brainer for the prospect. So let's say that you want to charge $2,500 a month. The client is going to come on board for 12 months. That's an investment of $30,000. Now let's say that you have sorted out your positioning. You've taken into account the average lead or sale value for your most ideal client. Okay, we're not trying to sell SEO, high-priced SEO to Karen who sells candles at the weekend markets for $5. We've done our research. We've positioned ourselves in a market where the average lead or sale value is $5,000. Now let's say that each month you help your client get 3 customers. That's $15,000 a month. Now over a 12-month period, that works out to $180,000 worth of revenue. So For a $30,000 investment, they make $180,000 back. And these are using conservative numbers. Even if we halved that, even if we did a really terrible job, they would still triple their investment. Now, when you show the prospect numbers like this on screen in a PowerPoint presentation or within a sales presentation or something like that, it becomes completely obvious to the client that it should be an absolute no-brainer. Okay, that's it from me. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, head over to bringtheseo.com. We provide business development training for SEO consultants wanting to improve their processes, increase profits, and scale to $100,000 a month or more without all the stress and overwhelm.